What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ollie the Rock coming to you guys with another reaction video, and this one is a little bit different. So this is Nightwish, and it's the Escapist. Before we start on the video, there's a lot of information that I actually started going through. I had to pull up my notes. I got a lot of notes on this one, so I really like the way that Nightwish does a lot of symbolic, especially with like their new album that's coming up in 2020, basically, with the little cuneiform writings there in the back of like Floor's jacket, and also on the poster of their new cover album or I don't know if it's going to be their cover album, but the picture that's currently that I have. But anyway, let's just get right into it because there's a lot to cover. So I'll try to get all the information that I can that I've noticed on the actual video itself, or on the lyrics itself. So, and hopefully with you guys' help, maybe we can collectively get together. I mean, there's too much information, but I'll try to do a couple of them. Let's do the very first verse, all right? So the first verse says, who's there knocking at my window? The owl and the dead boy. This night whispers my name, all the dying children. Now, I wrote down, this is what I wrote down. When it says that the night whispers my name, all the dying children, I believe that, I don't know if you want to call it Tomas maybe recognizes this, but I really believe that he's hearing the suffering of throughout the world, whether it be a person or collectively, and it's drawn him to that attention, and it's basically being begged to be recognized, and so, or pointed out, if you want to call it that. Then the owl and the dead boy, maybe a contrast. I don't know if you want to call it. I don't know if I want to call it a contrast, but I wrote down on my notes, it says it's a contrast reference to the innocence and the wisdom, because if you know, an owl typically is considered wise, so there's the wisdom. That together meaning something like the wisdom of one's childhood, maybe? I don't know. These are just thoughts that were going through my mind. I'm going to skip this one because there's plenty to deal with that one. Here's one. Come hell or high water, my search will go on. Claiborne voyage without an end. Here, what it says to this is, I'll just read my paragraph that I have. It says here, what it seems to say is that no matter what, this person will persist in their desire to lose themselves in the wonderful world that they have found, not limited to any earthly limitations. In other words, there's no limits to their earthly limitations. There's no limit at all. I don't know. These are just, again, I'm not saying that this is a correct thought, but this is what I see as an individual when I read it. Let's see, one more. Let's do one more verse. Let's do this one here. So this one is journey homeward bound, a sound of dolphin calling, tearing off the mask of man, the tower of my soul guide. This is who I am, escapist, paradise seeker. Farewell now, time to fly, out of sight, out of time, away from all lies. I think this is pretty clear, but if you break it down a little bit, this is what I get out of it. This is a decision that this person has made to dare to dream. I guess one could say they have shed off what they have been before and trying to escape the hauntings of reality. Basically, kind of, because I noticed that Tomas does a lot of like evolution process, and this is one of those where I look at it as like, you know, evolving into something else, escaping that portion of it and trying to live into something different, kind of an evolving process. I don't know, this is just a thought. The desire they have is so simple, escape from it all, out of sight, out of time, away from all lies. Basically, get away from everything, just want to focus on something totally different, or dare to dream, the lyric in the actual song itself. Just a thought. And then the end of the song starts out with the same lullaby that it started out with. I don't know, maybe it seems to say that, hey, we're escaping we're escaping through the lullaby, maybe? I don't know. These are just thoughts. I don't know, those are my 2 cents. Those are all my notes that I have. I have a few other, I have a lot more, but you guys don't need to hear me rambling. Those notes are mostly for me. I really wanted to, when I look at a song, I really want to dig into it a little bit and see where Tomas was actually, I don't know if you want to call it direction that he was going to, but that's what I kind of feel, that he was writing the song to try to escape the hurt, the pain of everything, and maybe just live in the dream world, so to speak. I don't know if that makes sense. That's what I get from it. But escape reality to find himself in the dream world and live in the dream world versus living in the reality. I don't know. 2 cents. There you go. All right. Let's do this, shall we? Let me get my headphones on because I wasn't ready for that. Okay. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, by the way, it stays black for a minute. There's nothing on there. This is strictly lyrics. Hear the trumpets? That's what I'm hearing, right? In the maze, trying to get out. Woo! Yeah, bring it. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Don't go nowhere. We are going to do something special. Since I normally don't do this, I like to have a little more preparation. But you know what? Since we're together, so let's look at this song by another person. You ready? You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I don't know the quality. Yeah, I don't think this is a good quality. Yeah, this is a bone. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I was hoping to do a Floor Jensen version of it, just so you can get a comparison with the sound. But Annette really did an awesome job in this particular song. I mean, but I say this with much respect towards Nightwish itself, but this was a very dark time for the band. I'm just saying. Even this song, the sound was awesome. I love the guitars. I thought I heard trumpets in the beginning on the backtrack of it. It sounded like trumpets, but I could be totally some horns of some sort. I can hear it somewhere, but the overall sound was good. Obviously, there's some doctrine into it because obviously it's not live, so the quality is going to be a little bit different. But overall, very good video, very good song, and very good background music. Now, saying that, a lot of the songs that I've noticed with Annette, she does sound quality-wise. Her official video sounds very right on, spot on. A lot of the times, it fits her really well. There's a couple live performances that I've seen of her. Really awesome. Does a really good job. Again, that tells me a lot about where Nightwish came from and where they're at today. Thank you so much, Annette, for bringing us to where Nightwish is at. Without you, we wouldn't have had Nightwish. So, hey, it's a win-win for us. Just saying. For those of you guys that are watching the live stream that I did over on the Wolf Rock channel, I did do a live stream on a band that I have followed for a while. The band is called Bond. It is for female that actually for women that actually play violin, cello. They're super awesome. They're very talented women. I've seen them live on TV. They're just I don't know. There's something about violins that I really love. I've always been in love with it. Can't play a violin to save my life, but I can play a guitar. I've tried it. It's a little bit different. I can play it, but it just doesn't sound the same. I try to put it up here on my shoulder, and instead of using the whatever they call the thing that go up and down, the wand, the stick, whatever you want to call it. So that tells you how much I don't play the violin. Anyway, I was trying to use my fingers like it was a guitar. Yeah, it sounded good, but not the way it's supposed to sound. Just saying. And I'm funny, huh? Just that way. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I had to share this one because I really love looking into the older Nightwish songs. I've got probably another 20 or 30 different Nightwish songs that are the older versions that I am digging into a little bit more. Help me out with what your thoughts are on the video. What do you guys think about what the song's about? Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it, for me, the synopsis, if I had to put it all into one caption, I would say it was Tomas's way of saying he hears the cry and the passion and the concerns of those around him, but also the suffering that he's going through personally. And his one avenue of escape is through the non-reality, you want to call it the dream state, if you want to call it that, the fantasy version not the reality version. So he's escaping from that to there. Does that make sense? That's what I get out of it. If I'm wrong, if I'm right, yay! Anyway, it's your boy Ollie the Rock. We'll catch you next time. And don't forget, I will be doing a live stream on Friday. It will be a special live stream. Tomorrow, I'm only doing one video for both channels just because I have family activities. Pretty excited. Not very often that I get a chance to spend some time with family. So I appreciate my family. Anyway, for you guys, happy Thanksgiving for you guys. If I don't see you tomorrow, if I don't tell you, or I guess I forget, we'll see you next time.